back-to-back double rallies on WoOkie from 1718. Current rally, a Canada Kingdom 3473 using Attila Subutai with maxed out equipment and armaments, soon being joined by a second maxed out rally. WoOkie definitely facing some tough guys, especially when comparing to his equipment, which is shown on the right side. Due to his mostly mixed troops, he decided to go with Hera YSS, utilizing the Tercio formation, causing all specific buffs to apply to all unit types. Spoiler alert, it didn't went so well for him, but he had a lucky shot, which will be shown after the rally footage. And Jasmo, I have no idea how to pronounce it, Kingdom 1879 is joining the party with the Shapur and Ash secondary. Full level 5 iconic equipment, with exception of the gloves. Yo, he's living the life. All reports, commanders, equipment, some calculations, as also all talent trees are included. By the way, I'm going to add a lot more remarks throughout the video, so I suggest to watch it in full length. There's actually a lot to extract from. Let's note that a tanking rally, so the first one to hit, causes but also receives twice the normal attack damage, plus it's tanking most of the skill damage. In this case, Jasmoe received Hera's AoE skill damage, same with Akanada, but YSS skill couldn't hit Shapur. And as we later can see, he's going to cause a 4.7 power loss ratio, while Akanada with Attila Subutai causing a solid 3.1. So let's keep this in mind when comparing the ratios. WoOkie down from 167 million power to 147 after this first double rally. And because it was so much fun, they pulling a double Imprison on WoOkie for another round. WoOkie not amused. Mile G Rockstar, also from Kingdom 3473, demanding a piece of the cake, sending his CPU Amelius plus Attila with Artifact for some rally action. Not sure what to say about his equipment and armaments, seriously, it's just everything on max, it's crazy. Let's watch Rockstar doing his thing first, he's soon going to be joined by 2 more rallies. Now with Rockstar's rally not being proper reinforced, Akanada is taking over, again directly followed by Jasmoe, WoOkie in the second round, after healing his hospital, moves from 156 million to 141 million power. Compared to the first round, he is 10 million power short. Let's note that Akanada is also buffing his rally with buffing marches in the background. GG's, finishing with a shield at around 20% HP left. Everyone had a lot of fun. Or maybe no? Let's do the stats check. Now, here as mentioned in the beginning, a lucky shot for WoOkie. Sadly, this happened before I could hit the record button, but looks like just before the first rally, Governor Darkside Tut had to face the risk of using the quick command, having the buildings option checked. This by mistake with a misclick made him send 1.3 million troops straight to Valhalla. May they rest in peace. That's 26 million kill points for WoOkie. We can actually all learn from this, making sure the buildings option is unchecked when using the quick command. Big W to DarkSide however for sharing. Seriously, thank you very much. I hope it's going to prevent our troops from falling for the same misclick. And here is the first Imprison result. WoOkie 11.9 million kill points with 1 million deaths versus 39.3 million kill points and 770k deaths for the attacking side. Let's note that the attacking side can mitigate deaths by the huge amount of people reinforcing, therefore being less impactful for each governor, whereas WoOkie has to take the 1 million deaths fully on his own. Let me show you all the details. If you see me scrolling through the reinforcement list, the primary reason is for checking if someone messed up one troop type specific skill requirements. Attila, for example, receives a strong damage buff if using Kevs only, or his artifact specific troop type. That means wrong reinforcements would cause a rally to underperform. The second Imprison round looks far better for WoOkie, especially as he shielded with 2 million troops remaining. He managed to get away with just 360k deaths in round 2, which is significantly far less than the 1 million deaths of round 1. As we know, the hospital filling happens in the beginning. Once it's full, also severe become deaths. Therefore, the remaining 2 million troops saved him from an additional 300 to 350k dead troops. Now, I wanted to check this more in detail and did a small calculation comparing both Imprison rounds as also Attila performance against Shapurs. Let's call dead plus severe dead Sevs and compare them to slightly woundeds. The purple field's gonna show the dead Sevs to slightly wounded ratios. I compared round 1 with round 2 as also the two rallies, Attila and Shapur, in round 1. Now we can do the following observation. Attila Subutai causing a higher dead Sev to slightly wounded ratio compared to archers, visible in the purple fields. We can see that by comparing round 1 to round 2, knowing that the archer rally joined late at around 55% city HP, so Attila had more impact in round 1. And so comparing Attila with archers in round 1, Attila has a 18.58 dead Sev to slightly wounded ratio, while archers only is at 14%. So the archer's trait in general looks better, but less effective in causing dead severe. Note that archers in this case also trade better because of no YSS skill damage received. As mentioned in the beginning, the 2 million remaining troops would have resulted in additional 300 to 350k dead troops, doubling his actually received deaths in round 2. So Fleisch, what's the freaking conclusion? Well, we can say for causing more deaths to a city, Attila Subutai is better if willing to also take more deaths in return, as the dead severe to slightly wounded ratio is higher, but the trait in general is worse than high skill damage archers. In short, causing normal damage instead of skill damage is creating more deaths, and that's actually the goal when imprisoning someone, maximum punishment. 2 rallies, Attila Subutai would have been even more devastating if willing to pay a higher price in receiving deaths. That's under the assumption he wouldn't have shielded earlier. Now, I have spent a bit more time on this video than I planned, but I wanted to dig a bit deeper. Always good to know how to cause maximum rally damage. Let me please know your opinions in the comments. Please also like and share this video, giving some feedback to me that this is the content you actually looking for. Thanks for watching, take care, and please remember, should you find someone being imprisoned, please ping me in Discord via the Imprison channel, so I can hit the record button for the next Imprison video. Oh, and before I forget, a huge shout out to Kai of my Discord server. Man, you just doing amazing work. Thank you very much. And to KD1718 on request by WoOkie. Have a good day, enjoy, and see you on the next one.